a sequel to the Star Trek reboots. And it's directed by Justin Lin this time instead of J.J. Abrams. Alright, let's review this bad boy. So in 2009, J.J. Abrams made the very first rebooted Star Trek movie. And I really liked it. It had great characters, great special effects, a good villain, and I liked the Enterprise. And I really liked the Enterprise. And then Star Trek Into Darkness came out, and it wasn't as good, but it was still good. I'm just saying it wasn't as good as the first movie, that's all I'm saying. And now we have the third movie of the rebooted Star Treks, which is Star Trek Beyond. Which I believe, in my own opinion, I'm not gonna beat around the bush, I think that Star Trek Beyond is perhaps better than Star Trek Into Darkness. How good is Star Trek Beyond? Well, let's get down to reviewing this thing. During a mission on the Enterprise, the Star Trek crew is getting attacked from enemies of the outer reaches of space. The attack is so collateral that it basically led to millions of Star Trek members to abandon ship on a mysterious planet, which is also where the Enterprise crash landed on after the attack. And now all the members of the Enterprise are stranded on a mysterious planet, so what they have to do is to survive and finally reunite and to fight against the evil forces of Krall, played by Idris Elba, who during the attack on the Enterprise wanted a mysterious artifact that's been hidden on the ship for thousands of years. Or for hundreds, I don't know. His reasons for wanting the artifact is a mystery. And now it is up for our Star Trek heroes to finally reunite once again to take down Krall and his evil master plan. What makes the Star Trek movies really good, besides the special effects? The characters. And yes, the characters you like are back, like Kirk, Spock, Bones, Sulu, Uhura, and so much more. But what this movie absolutely nails is the incredible camaraderie and chemistry between all of the crew members. The camaraderie makes them relatable and characters we want to root for at the end. And sometimes the camaraderie between the crew members lead up to very fantastic scenes in the movie. Chris Pine is back as James T. Kirk, and he really also shines in the movie. Zoe Saldana is back as Uhura, and she's also really excellent in this film as well. Sulu is great, and Ton Yelkin's character is great, and also you have some new characters in the movie too. You know that chick with the knife blades in her feet from Kingsman? She plays a new character, and she is so awesome. Because you know, people thought she was just gonna be like another annoying character, or like a Jar Jar Binks or something. Really, people? A Jar Jar Binks? I was thinking more on the lines of Anakin from Star Wars. But she's not. She feels like a really awesome person, and her fight scenes are really good as well. But for me, I think the best characters are the one with the best set of chemistry. And that, of course, is the characters and the chemistry between Spock and Bones. I like Carl Urban in this movie, I like Zachary Quino in this movie, but every time their chemistry and camaraderie shines on screen, it's just magical. Some quotable lines, some funny jokes in there. Their chemistry is one of the big parts that sell this movie. And if there's one person that can make a really threatening villain, it's Idris Elba as Krall. I thought Idris Elba played a really good job as the menacing Krall, but at first when you watch the movie you may feel, oh, it's just like a two-dimensional villain, whatever. But when it gets to the third act, things starting to become clear and the gears start to get turning, and his motivation becomes clear in the end. So if you feel like he's not a good villain, just wait. It's gonna pay off in the end. The action scenes are spectacular. The action scenes are both good on the planet and in space. Some of the space battles feel really good, and the ones on land are just plain awesome. In the cinematography, I think this is the best cinematography in the Star Trek franchise by far. Like during the destruction of the Enterprise, that has one of the coolest and good-looking cinematography I've seen this year. So yeah, props to the guy who did the cinematography. And what absolutely sells this movie is the fantastic use of fan service. Unlike a lot of movies that throw out a bunch of fan service because they're spiteful of their material, this movie's fan service actually pays homage to the old movies and those who also passed away this year. And you know what? They earned it. Because it was a genuine love letter to something that everybody loved. And I was just looking at it just go, you know what, movie? You earned it. Because you can see that the writers, namely Simon Pegg, who's a huge Star Trek fan, really cared for the source material and really cared for the fans. So overall, Star Trek Beyond is a fantastic movie. It has incredible camaraderie with the crew, great characters, amazing action scenes, really good looking cinematography, a great villain with plans justified towards the end, and fan service that'll actually make fans cry. I almost did, but I just kinda smiled towards the end. Star Trek Beyond gets a 5 out of 5. Also, I want to say this real quick. Rest in peace, Leonard Nimoy, and rest in peace, Anton Yelkin. You will surely be missed. Alright guys, that is my review on Star Trek Beyond. Comment below, let me know what you thought about the movie. Find me on Facebook, Google+, or private message me on YouTube if you feel like it. My name is Luke Nukem, and in the words of Leonard Nimoy, live long and prosper.